here to talk about a great place and a great issue. And the issue is the health of El Pasoans and the health of Texas. Right now, a silent epidemic is sweeping Texas. That epidemic is obesity. More and more, we're seeing 300-pound kids in the 8th grade. And this is an issue that we can beat. Obesity comes from two areas: not enough exercise and eating better. And if we can encourage our population to do both, we can deal with this issue. At Thomason today, more and more of the health costs are attributable to obesity. Hypertension in the heart, diabetes, and other complications are making healthcare costs rise. So last month in Austin, we filed a bill called the Trans Fat Ban. And what it would do is working with restaurants, encourage them to switch to a much more healthy alternative. Instead of using animal-based oils, oftentimes we can use much healthier plant-based oil to make for better food and better lifestyles. We're here today to announce the very important support of the Texas Medical Association. We have Dr. Baron here and the El Paso Restaurant Association, who have come together to work with us to make for a healthier tomorrow. I'd like to first introduce Dr. Baron, and then I'm going to ask the Restaurant Association to take their position paper and let you know, but that's what we're here to do today. So Dr. Baron,
I am Dr. Eliot Shapleigh. I'm here representing both our El Paso County Medical Society and the Texas Medical Association in relation to obesity. As Senator Shapleigh already informed you that obesity is on the rise, the death rate of obesity is going to be higher than smoking. If you are only a little overweight, which we measure by body mass index, you may have 3 years of your life removed from just being slightly overweight. If you are obese, which means that, say, you weigh about 200 pounds and you're 5 foot tall, that's morbid obesity and can shorten lifespan by 10 years. We know that trans fats increase obesity, especially the central body obesity, which contributes to diabetes. Always the central body obesity has increased diabetes, especially in our city of El Paso, when we have genetically predisposition to diabetes. Dr. David Taylor, a past president of our Paso County Medical Society, this was one of his efforts, and we continue to want to strive to support Senator Shapleigh in this bill. Lower healthcare costs, get healthier people, eat the right kind of foods. Restaurants that will help us have the right kind of choices of food are wonderful. Plus the importance of exercise, getting off the TV watching, getting away from just video games, and getting out there and have a whole healthy lifestyle. We recommend as a medical society and the Texas Medical Association help us decrease obesity in the whole state of Texas by supporting this bill. Thank you.
Give us your name once again and spell it out.
Dr. Eliot Shapleigh, it's E-L-A-I-N-E and B-A-R-R-O-N.
And your full title with the association?
I am past president of the El Paso County Medical Society and past member of the Public Health Board of the Texas Medical Association.
Good afternoon, I'm Bonnie Dominguez. I'm president of the El Paso Restaurant Association and owner of Moe's Mexican Restaurant. As Senator Shapleigh mentioned, since filing Senate Bill 204, he's been working closely with the Texas Restaurant Association to make sure we have a bill that will improve the health of Texas and at the same time not provide any undue burden to the Texas restaurant industry. The objective of the Texas Restaurant Association is to have a wide range of options available for our very diverse population. The restaurant industry is an industry of choice. When Texas dines, they like to have options as far as menu options, cuisine, options in portions, and meeting our consumers' demands of choice, value, and flexibility is to meet the individual dietary needs of our consumers. Also, the restaurant industry is committed to provide practical, long-term solutions that have a positive health impact on our consumers, as well as provide the food that our consumers know and love. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Eliot Shapleigh. I am co-owner of Eliot Café and the past president of the El Paso Restaurant Association. And we are here also to support Senator Shapleigh on this Senate bill that he's introduced. We are concerned about the factors that have been discussed already, the obesity, the diabetes, the hypertension, these issues that are prevalent here in our community and also throughout the state of Texas. But as we well know, these issues affect our border region a little bit more so. So we want to be able to do the right thing and get on board and hope we make our community and our state of Texas a much healthier one. Thank you.
Well, if you guys want to have lunch, lunch is open. That's where
Quick question,
take any
Senator.
questions. Yes, sir.
There's been a lot of talk about the restaurant industry being responsible about what they use in some of their ingredients or menu. But how much responsibility is also put on the folks themselves, the individuals who go out seeking these types of things?
Well, I think the issue is choice and education. If consumers know what's in the food and they know when they're making a better choice, that's where we need to get. What we're asking the restaurant owners to do is help us meet halfway, have a healthier product instead of using lard, for example, maybe saffron oil. And on the consumer side, take a look at what you're eating. At the end of the day, your health is your responsibility. And if we work together 10, 15 years from now, we'll have a much healthier El Paso, much fewer healthcare costs, and really better quality of life for everybody. That's what this is about.
This is an open question to whoever wants to take a stab at it. I don't know which one is better after answer it. I spoke to a group of people earlier today. They were against it. They said, you know what, lard, which is an ingredient that's commonly used, refried beans, a lot of Mexican dishes along the border, traditional foods here, it has trans fat. They say if we strike that, that's going to change the taste, ultimately changing what might be a sort of a cultural type of a taste here in El Paso along our borders. Do you all feel it's your position to influence something like that?
Let me get the experts to take a shot at it, or I'll be glad to come in. These guys aren't doing it.
At this point, we're already using zero trans fat oil here in LJ and have been probably for the past 7 or 8 years. But we do have a choice that we offer our consumers. Our whole beans, or as they're known here, frijoles de la olla, those are free, from that lard. Refried beans, we still use that factor here at LJ, but we have a choice that we give our consumers, and that is the only thing that we use lard, it's our refried beans. So to answer your question, what would happen? Well, Senator Shapleigh, I don't know, we're going to need to talk about those frijoles around here and see what we can do.
We can, it wouldn't be affected under this bill. But the important part is that Mr. Dunn has already taken the important steps that we're trying to lead the rest of the state to take. Have a choice, let people make that choice. I'll bet if you went in this customer group and said, do these beans taste as good as they did 7 years ago? They're going to say they taste better because I'm hungrier today than I was 7 years ago. The point is, people ultimately will go with the taste options that they're given, and I believe they'll make the right choice on their health. That's the important part. In the past, they didn't know it was all lard. Today, you have almost equal taste options, really. If you put in a blind taste option these 5 foods, my take is 7 out of 10 couldn't tell you. But the important point is you've got the healthy choice of what you want.
Did you want to take a stab?
Members of your organization coming up and saying that they don't want to make this change from when we started up?
No, there really hasn't been any members stating that. As Senator Shapleigh, we want Texans to be healthier, and we also want everyone to have a choice of where they can eat and what they can eat. And we we also feel that it's important as far as what we eat, but also exercise and the portions we eat are just as important for our health also.
Dr. Baldwin, did you want to address that?
Yes, I think you need to look back at the history of the trans fat bill. It originated in California, and one of the little areas in California, Tiburon, California, was well known for starting this trans fat ban, carried over to New York. They have outside of one of the other little towns in California, they have a bakery that's called Chorolandia, and they have had great success even with the change to zero trans fats. The taste is the same, the customers cannot tell the difference. I think that we all have to be responsible for stopping the poisoning of our people. We do that to foods, to cigarettes, to the additives that we add to food, and we are going to be able to tell the difference in the future genetically what is going to be happening. And I get emergency room, I see all these little kids, fat kids eating Cheetos with all those additives in it, coming sick with gastritis and etc. I mean, we need to look at many, many things that what is the food supply, identify that, and this makes restaurants responsible for identifying what they are getting us. What contents are there? What calories, additives, etc.
Let's finish up here. If you look at the history of this effort, it started in small cities where leaders like Mr. Boudin and the political leaders got together and said we can do better. When they started looking at the trends in the early grades and noticed kids were not healthy, and they started thinking how they could evolve better diets. 15 cities have passed this bans. They worked with the restaurateurs to do. New York City was the lead. California has passed this bill as a state. So a state with twice the population of Texas has already taken this step. So I feel that this team, the doctors, the restaurateurs, are working together. We'll get this bill passed. We have a good chance of it.
Talk a little bit about when you're going to present that and when.
We're going to lay out in a press conference in Austin, probably in 10 days, this whole bill for the statewide press, and then we'll get hearings in the committees after that, and then we'll work to get the votes on the floor and get it through the House.
What kind of support do you have throughout the state of Texas?
Well, I think the other cities, especially Houston has the stigma of being having an obesity issue. Houston has realized that for the health of their citizens, they've got to take steps. When these healthcare costs showing up on the taxpayers' bills at Clemson and Mancow, all of a sudden mayors start to look and say, what can we do as a public health initiative to lower these costs and make our citizens healthier? So Houston has really taken the lead statewide in helping us. And the bill is being carried in the House by Carol Alvarado, who used to be a city councilman there.
I'm good. Everybody?